Hey everybody, welcome to Granny Knows Sports, especially football and basketball. Today is Sunday, January 24th, 2021, and we have lots to talk about today. On the heels of the deaths I mentioned last week, so in the 4 or 5 days since then, we've had two more great losses. Hank Aaron died, and Hank Aaron beat Babe Ruth, or was the first to break Babe Ruth's record, home run record. And I watched the game when he did it, and it was so much fun. It was so exciting. He was a good man. He was a great man, and he dealt with a lot of bullshit in his career. Um, so I was always a big Hank Aaron fan, and he's going to be missed. The second one, not sports related, but kinda. Larry King. God, I thought he was dead. He's been around forever. And I know the last time I saw him, he didn't look very good, so I wasn't surprised that he died. I was surprised he was still alive. But he was a big deal too, and he's going to be missed as well. So condolences to the Aarons and the Kings. Um, we'll go on like we did before then. Next, Buckeye basketball. Good game yesterday. We were ranked number 15. We beat number 10 Wisconsin. Good game. Um, I'm always trying to understand rankings, especially in college. Um, Ohio State was 12-2. They're now 12-4. They're now 13-4, and Wisconsin was 13-3, and they are now 14-4, or something like that. Who knows? You can look it up. But with the change in the winning, Ohio State should move up in the ranks. So you try to estimate how much you're going to move up. And I found a couple things that I realized when they said it have to play into the rankings. Number one, Ohio State has beat 3 top 15 teams on the road. So they beat them at home, at their home. And then they've also beat one at our home. And those wins, those top 15 wins, are a big deal. So that's what's keeping them up in the rankings. NCAA tournaments are coming up another month or so. I hope they keep playing. They look like a good team. Our player of the day, I told you I always have one for you. I mentioned this guy before, but I really want you to watch him. His name is E.J. Liddell. He's a big brute of a guy. I like him. He's a sophomore forward from Belleville, Illinois. Um, he's just fun to watch. He's just so big. People trying to get over him. I mean, I told you about the big guy that played for Purdue or whoever. Liddell's just as big and fun to watch and a happy guy. He seems like a happy guy even when he's playing hard. So keep an eye out, EJ Liddell. We love you, and I will be watching you the rest of the season. The next big news in Columbus, Ohio: the Blue Jackets, the trade of Luke DuBois, and I didn't know this whole story until I heard about the trade and I started reading up on it. But here's what I know. I know the Blue Jackets paid him $10 million in a 2-year contract at the beginning of the season. And when they did that, he told them, he told them that he wanted to be traded. So I don't know why he signed someone to a $10 million contract for 2 years when he's already told you he wants to be traded. He wanted to be traded to a bigger market. I don't know if that's his only complaint, but that was one of them. He just wasn't happy with the Blue Jackets. And I feel like if you're not happy with the team, then get off. I felt that way about Harden. He was hurting the Rockets, and I'm sure DuBois was hurting the Blue Jackets. So he's run off to Winnipeg now. Oh, a smaller market. Oh, Luke. But, those things happen. In exchange for the disgruntled hockey player, we got 2 players. We got a goal scorer named Patrick Lyonnais. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's currently injured, but as soon as he comes off and is ready to go back to play, he'll be playing for the Blue Jackets. And the other one is really exciting. The guy's name is Jack Roslovic. He's from Columbus. He played his high school ball in Columbus, and he's so excited about coming back. And I'm sure people in Columbus are excited about having him. Um, he gave me some time to think about my great nephew who plays hockey in high school, and it made me think that how excited and proud I'm going to be the day that we hear that he's been signed to an NHL contract, because I know he will be. He's just a great kid. So what else do we want to know about Luke? Like, what finally happened that made him trade him? Well, if you watch Thursday night's game, and I did not, but I did see the tape from it, he wasn't playing. He was on the ice, but he was just kind of skating around, wasn't really paying attention where the puck was. He just didn't seem to care. And so the coach pulled his butt out, put him on the bench for the rest of the game in the first period. Um, he just quit playing. He wanted out so bad that he would put his ass on the ice and not play. That is some bullshit. I don't like that stuff. I didn't like Harden when he was doing it, and I don't like this guy now, and I'll never like him. And yet I know that he was a very popular player in Columbus. So I feel bad that he had left on these terms, because we're not a forgiving bunch of people here. I promised you I was going to get into the NHL point scoring, and I did. And I figured it out. So here's how it scores. They get 2 points for every win, 1 point for every overtime, or what do they call it? Shootout loss. So they get a point if they lose, if they make it to overtime. But they do not get any points if they just lose outright in the regular time of the game. So they originally did give 1 point for a tie, but there aren't ties in the NHL anymore. I think there are shootouts. So that's kind of how it works. And so when you look at the standings for hockey, you see the win-loss numbers, but then you'll see the points numbers, and you'll see that they're ranked by points, not by win-losses. So that's how hockey works when you're scoring the game, so you can understand how the teams are ranked. So have that. Finally, today, the championship games are on. Best 4 quarterbacks in the NFL are playing today. Brady versus Rodgers, Mahomes versus Allen. Those are all going to be great games. Go Bills. I want you to win it, and I will talk to you all later in the week.